Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Learn Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Part 3. Now we're going to be going over terrain and scenery. Very exciting. Well, I guess it could be if you're into that kind of stuff. Well, first thing we're going to do is obviously the terrain segment of it. And this here button is the terrain shaping one. It's a lot better than the RCT1 version in my opinion. And basically there's four ways of raising land. You can do mountains, hills, ridges, or mesas. Now the difference between hills and ridges are hills are kind of like softer, ridges are kind of like, you know, kind of like a rounded mountain, I think. Mesas are kind of like a flat top mountain. So mountain is self-explanatory, they're pointy. You know, that's all you need to really know. But anyways, we're just gonna continue through this here area. You can click your mouse, zoom, go forward and back with it to increase, I guess, the size of the area that you want to modify. If you that floats your boat. I don't know if I've said a lot, but this is the lower terrain button. Very contrasting to the right raising one. We can there's three types here: canyons, troughs, and craters. Craters are kind of like holes, in case you don't know. Troughs are kind of like a softer version of a canyon. You know, they're kind of the same thing basically. Anyways, we're just gonna browse through this. I just got finished Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 recording. Now there's 6 ones for the smoothing terrain. There's flattened terrain, and well, these two are kind of the same. Flattened terrain in increments for rides and scenery, that's basically the same thing. Flattened terrain at the height of the pointer, or the mouse, as most people call them, or cursor, whatever, you like to say. And the terrain averager, it's kind of like a smoother, really. Remove exposed terrain tile edges. It's kind of like how there was the jagged edges in RCT1. Really, you could just click there and it'll all sort itself out. And you can, if you want to reveal the tile edges, that's what you can do. Click this button here. But I don't particularly care about any of them, really. Anyways, let's just flatten a certain area. Let's flatten this area. Make a giant mesa. Well, it's not really a mesa. I guess it could be a mesa, but that's a lot of money. Anyways, enough of that crap. Let's drag ourselves a mountain. Yeah, that's the drag tool. You can basically, drag an area and it automatically becomes, whatever you desire. Like you're pulling up the earth or something. Anyways, I know I'm not really talking about that much, but there's really nothing to this in my opinion. You can also, it's kind of, well, you can't really see the background, but I think it's a desert area, but if you spray paint like the edges here, like, it automatically becomes like the background of the area becomes like, this farm foresty area as soon as like this area turns green, which is kind of funny in my opinion, but oh well. I say it a lot too much in my opinion. So that's all there is really to terrain. You can place water. I'll be going over that since it doesn't go over that in the tutorial here. So anyways, we already went over paths, but I think they're kind of expecting us to go over it again if we want to. There's 3 ways of placing paths, like in RCT1 with this area. There's also the arrow from RCT1 too, where you can click it and it adds on. And there's also the arrows thing, kind of like building a coaster. You can have stairs, all that fancy stuff that I don't particularly care for. Anyways, and you can also, in this game, there's better scenery in my opinion. Uh, since, well, you can build buildings a lot better than in RCT2, which I don't particularly care for, really. Um, I don't know if I'll actually LP that game. I think I will, but who knows? You know. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm just kind of going along with the tutorial, really building a building, and this is all there really is to it. Just placing walls, of a building. It's not advanced architecture, just kind of fooling around, really. That's what this game's about. Unless, of course, you're some sort of, RCT elitist, which is kind of weird, but yeah, you can hold the shift key to change the height. Unfortunately, I don't think it keeps the height. I think it, does, but anyways, I'm not going to go over that because you probably don't want to hear about it. My poor voice, or my ugly voice. I don't know what you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure that's everything. That's all there is to scenery and theming and terrain. So I guess I'll see you guys next time on Let's Learn Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Have a good night, I guess. See you.